So for a month or so before the challenge starts, we're going through the theory of what we're going to be doing once we get underway. We're trying to rationalise and organise ourselves to some plan and some structure and some process. So when we talk about the why we're doing it, that's our emotional component, where that's what gets us going. But then we come to the practical of, all right, well, what are my goals? What do I practically want to achieve? An outcome would be, I want to drop 10 Ks. Now, what we find is people that have got concrete goals, absolute goals, behavioural goals, measurable goals are more likely to stay focused, are more likely to stay in the groove. Don't worry about what other people think you should be doing. Get clear about what you want to do. Having said that, if you don't know where to start, that's the time when you might want to involve someone else in the process. So be that a trainer or an exercise scientist, or somebody that's just got a big background in training, that's got a bit more knowledge and a bit more experience than you. One of the questions that people often have is, how high should I set the bar? If you've never trained, if all this is brand new to you, if this is a bit terrifying, then let's just aim for improvement. If you're at 1 out of 10 in whatever the endeavour is, and you end up at 5 out of 10 in terms of your overall potential, that's fantastic. Should I tell everyone I'm doing this? Is it a good idea for me to share this with the world? I'm going to say to you, maybe. For some people, depending on who you are, that's going to be something that really is a catalyst for, you know, a great investment of energy and time and momentum, and that'll be the thing that keeps you doing what you need to do. I encourage all of the people who do the 12-week program to have at least one person in their life that will kind of keep you on track. Here I am, you're not doing what you'd said you'd do. Obviously, there is a level of sharing it with the world because we're putting up photos and we're posting stuff online. If the thought of you putting your picture up and taking your measurements, and if that's uncomfortable, I'm going to say to you, that's good. What I love about it is that it puts us, want it or not, like it or not, comfortable or not, it puts us in reality in terms of where we're at physically. Now, what we call that is baseline data. Don't beat yourself up, don't self-loathe, just go, okay, got some work to do. The challenge for us is how you deal with the ups and downs through the 12 weeks. Because what happens when we go through these things and life doesn't fall apart and we don't die and we don't put on 10 kilos is we learn, we grow, we evolve. I believe that the biggest benefit, the biggest reward is what's happening internally. We want to change our body, but you know, when we rewire our brain, when we reset the cognitive kind of inner reality, then all the rest is just a byproduct. You know, when you genuinely inside out change, when you think differently, when your beliefs, your values, when the internal dialogue is completely different, then all of those behaviors that create that physical change, they just become automatic. They become unconscious. That's your new default setting. Also keep in mind that for those times when perhaps you go, you know what, I'm just not feeling it. I'm struggling. It's week 6, it's week 5, whatever week it is, it doesn't matter. But in those moments when we're perhaps not as excited, we're perhaps not as fresh as we were when we started, it's a matter of finding a way, you know, to keep moving forward. So what I'm going to say to you is this: if you're thinking about it, if you're ready to say, I'm going to put up my hand and get involved in the 12-week program, I'm going to get involved in the challenge, then understand what you're getting into. It's potentially life-changing. Will it change everyone's life? No. Can it? Yes. So what we do is we give you a forum, we give you great information and ideas, we give you access to some of the best teachers, motivators, educators and strategists in this space in Australia. We're going to support you and encourage you, but you need to be ready to go, right, this is it, I'm doing it. This is my time to shine. I've almost done it 57 times. I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to follow through. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to get uncomfortable. And this is the last time. This is not another effort. This is not another thing I'm trying. This is a thing that I'm doing.